Daddy1424.
This is Nexus.
And we are the MediaPurchaseGuide.com.
That's right. So, big things happening right now. We're bringing you a review, a hands-on, of versus of the Galaxy S3 versus the iPhone 5.
Let's get to it. Clash. May the best phone win. Okay, everybody, so we have the iPhone 5 versus the Samsung Galaxy S3. So the way this is going to work, we're going to approach seven different categories for you, and at the end, give you a clear, decisive winner. I will be standing in the iPhone corner.
And I got the S3 in mine.
And we'll be talking about it and see who wins.
That's right. Now, first thing I want to tell you guys, don't expect a spec breakdown on this. If you do want that, make sure to check out our reviews on the S3 and iPhone 5. Check out our videos for that. This is just straight up phone against phone.
Exactly. So let's get to it. Let's start with hardware.
That's right. That's right.
So the hardware for the iPhone 5. We have a great looking device. It fits nice and snugly in your hand. I like to say you can wrap your hand around it. I could do this. He can't. And then I got the 8 megapixel camera followed by a 1.3 megapixel camera, both giving me 1080p video recording on the rear, 720 on the front, and also allowing me for HD FaceTime over 3G.
Well, that's all nice and all, but you see, this has also got an 8 megapixel camera, but it's got a 1.9 in the front. It's got a stronger processor. Hey, it's a nicer camera.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got a better processor. It's got a lot more RAM running in the phone. It's smoother. It's nicer. Now, you say that fits nice in your hand. I argue that this one just as well, and actually, I think this one fits a little bit better. I like the button layouts. There's no question about that one being thinner, of course, but this one, again, I goes around.
But again, he can't do this.
Yes, I can do that, and I can do it around this too.
He stretches. See, I do it with ease, and then I can overlap fingers as well. I can do it with two fingers.
Look.
And any case, you can see how he's pulling for strings here. But I have to agree with him this one on the hardware, guys. We're not just talking about the way it feels in your hand. We're talking about the internals and what's offered in the phone as well. Processor, we have an A6 version with a 1 gig of RAM.
Versus we've got 2 gig of RAM in here. We got a 1.5 dual core in here.
Exactly.
8 to 8.9.
So when we're talking hardware, we're going to have to give this one to the Samsung Galaxy S3.
That's right. But as we're still on the hardware, let's talk over with the build
of the device, exactly.
Alright, so now we're going to get over to build quality. So, looking at the Samsung right over here, you see that it's actually well built. Although it's kind of plasticky, the phone is well built and it's solid. And it's, you know what, honestly, I do think that the phone is really well built overall.
Put that theory to drop test, and then we'll see who really has better build quality. In any case scenario, with the iPhone 5, we got a nice sleek looking design, two-tone aluminum backing with the glass. By the way, yes, that was a shot at them. Of course, 326 PPI versus 306 PPI. Better fit in your hand, sleeker, thinner, less thickness to it. Thinner and thick, it's the exact same thing. In any case scenario,
nice.
It is the thinnest phone on the market at 7.7 millimeters, and that is, I think it's 8.8. That's about a full millimeter difference in size. So I think build quality, do you agree?
Yeah,
I don't want
you know what? I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
You know, there's no doubt about it. Although, you know, when I compare, for example, I've had an S2, we're running the S3 now, and when you compare that to the phone itself, it doesn't feel quite the plasticky feel and everything. It doesn't even feel quite as good as the S2. When we really do compare it to the iPhone 5, there's no question. It is well built, and you look at some drop tests. We're not going to drop these. We love these phones. They're precious. But when you look at the drop tests people do, the iPhone wins, and it's without question, it is the best built phone.
So the next round for build quality, you're going to have to go to the iPhone 5. Let's move to the next round, which is going to be software. 2, 3. So the next category on our menu for the iPhone 5 versus Samsung Galaxy S3 debate is going to be software. I'm going to be touting iOS 6.
And we're running Ice Cream Sandwich on here.
Unfortunately, no Jelly Bean yet to come.
Not yet.
iOS 6 gives you things like iMessage, FaceTime over 3G compatibility. It gives you all that good stuff. And Fluidity, a nice user interface, notifications. And the list goes on and on and on. We're not going to go into iTunes and App Store yet because that comes later on in a different category we have for you. But a lot of good sustainability in the software, and you can see how much more fluid it is. And our tests have come back to be a little bit faster with the iPhone 5.
Yeah, but you know what? Let's face it when you look at this here. When every single software update that we've had, you always see a big step forward, a big move for Android. When you look at iPhone, yeah, they've had these iOSs come up, but really, there's not really a lot of progression. So, the iPhone, with the Samsung Galaxy S3, you're actually looking at, you see change. This is not really seeing change. Maybe a little bit more stable, sure. But you know what? Look at this. Look, and it's still very smooth without Project Butter.
No, I agree with you. And here's the thing too, also as well, like we talked about fluidity with the phone, obviously that gives it to iPhone, but he is right, there are no more notable changes with the different versions of the Android, and that's something that I've always said that Apple lacks. So for the actual software, we're going to give this one to...
It's going to go to the iPhone 5 only because it is a more stable software. You do still get little problems, at least until Jelly Bean comes out.
Exactly, and we'll revisit it at Jelly Bean. So that's it for the software. Our next category is going to be...
We're going to move over to features.
Features, that's right.
That's right. Alright, so now we're going to hit features on the Samsung Galaxy S3. So, looking at the phones directly themselves, you can see right off the bat that the S3 has so much more you can customize and build with it with your widgets and everything like that. Come on, you can't go wrong. Really?
This is when you started that. It has so much more, and you can totally tell.
So much more.
And then, of course, the iPhone 5 gives you things like FaceTime over 3G connectivity. I love FaceTime. I said it before. I'll say it again. We have our iMessage, which gives you the compatibility to take conversations both on your iPad, your MacBook, and all that fun stuff. And then, of course, your notification center, your proprietary maps, all that good stuff, built-in features exclusively on the iPhone 5.
Well, kinda, yeah. First off, we do have our own drop-down, too. But let's be honest here. A lot of those features, while they're cool, let's be honest, iMessage and FaceTime's cool. When it comes to stuff like usability in the features, let's be honest, the features, the widgets, everything that you can build into your phone, people use on a daily basis. Let's be honest, FaceTime and stuff, you don't really use all of that.
That's true. But then we also have things like Passbook, which is a new proprietary. That has potential to go places. I know that has S-Beam and all that good stuff as well in there. So
yeah.
So I think we're in pretty much an agreement here. I do have to say that not all the features are necessarily useful, but then again, same applies here with the iPhone 5. Siri being an example, S-Voice being another example there. It's a whole other issue. I think we're going to have to agree and give it to the Samsung Galaxy S3.
Exactly. I think just for what it's built in right now, what you can do, S3 all the way.
Yeah, definitely. So that's it for the features. We're going to wrap this up with a conversation regarding the multimedia.
That's right.
Okay, everybody, so we have multimedia for you. The final segment between the battle between the iPhone 5 and the Samsung Galaxy S3.
That's right.
So I'm going to go ahead and start this off by talking about the iPhone 5. Then I'm going to leave it at this. This is really all I need. Is iTunes and the App Store. Enough said. I'm going to put this down.
All right,
we win.
Yeah, all right. Let's just establish it here. Yes, they have iTunes. We don't have a music proprietary right now. Yes, they have, the App Store, and there's lots more apps. But come on, look at, Android market. It's now Google Play. They've expanded it out. It's got a new look. You get movies and books and all sorts of stuff.
Largest music catalog in the world.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say that.
And they've expanded it out, and there's all right, yeah, it's true. The iPhone does have more multimedia, but Google honestly, Google Play has come a long way. There's lots of apps in there. What I do like is there's so much more versions of apps, and you do get on the App Store, things like that. Like there's stuff to cater to everyone's taste, but let's be honest, Apple kills it.
And I agree. I think Google has a lot to offer in terms of the way of applications. If you're looking for variances. If you're looking for the new, the hot, the now, a game's getting released by, let's say, a developer, it's going to come out first to Apple. A lot of times, a lot of apps get tested first on the Apple platform and then later come over to the Android platform after. So it's always that, Apple...
It's only a matter of time. That'll change.
We'll have to see. Only time will tell. So for multimedia, I think we're going to give it to the iPhone 5.
We're going to have to give it to the iPhone 5 for what they offer in their whole multimedia package, I think.
And with that being said, I think we have a clear winner. Not even a clear winner, by short margin winner.
It's a by short margin. Okay, first off, we had Team PG. Yes, iPhone 5.
We're gonna have to give it 2 thumbs up.
Knocks it out. That's the winner right there. 2 thumbs up. But SGS3 gets 2 thumbs up too. Really, at the end of the day, it's gonna come down to you got to try out both devices and use them and see what you like, what feels best in your hand, what you really like. But I think it's gonna come down to trying that out. But if you can't decide and you want us to decide for you, it's that one.
That's the iPhone 5, yeah. So guys, make sure remember this is for now, this is for today, but we're still waiting on Jelly Bean Android 4.1 to come out for the Samsung Galaxy S3, and we might have to revisit this battle.
I think we'll have to.
I think we will, because you know what? It's a close battle. It was hard fought. iPhone 5 the winner. This has been Daddy1424 for the Media Purchase Guide.
And this is Nexus.
Peace. Love.
Take care. Have a good one.